In summer of 2026, LEGO is releasing not their second, but their third version of the X-1 Ninja Charger. So today, we'll be taking a look at the very first version. Set 70727 X-1 Ninja Charger had 426 pieces, released for $40 in summer 2014, 3 minifigs, 2 of which are technically considered exclusive to this set, but they're made up of other common parts that you can find throughout other sets in this rebooted wave. It's a pretty good looking car in my opinion. This is one of the first fully big Ninjago cars that we had outside of the Tread Assault from 2012. I think this one is really good. Will the new one be as good? Will the 2021 one compare to this one? We'll find out coming up in the summer, but for now, we're going to take a look at this one. Starting off with the X-1 car itself, this car was designed by Pixel in the TV series. It looks really, really nice. It has red and gold and black as its main color scheme, which I think is a fantastic color combination. One of my favorites that LEGO does, especially for Ninjago, but just in general, I think it looks absolutely incredible. The car does look really nice. It has a lot of nice sticker details all throughout. Up front, we have these large fire things, because this car is Kai's without it being directly Kai's, if you know what I mean. It's designed in his color with fire decals all over it. It's Kai's car. Overall, I think the shaping of the car is really nice. It has these swoops at the back that just give it some, makes it more aerodynamic, if you guys know what I'm trying to say here. Has this nice thruster built in at the back here, which I think looks pretty nice. We'll show you that does activate a play feature. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But just taking a look at the car, you can see there is a printed, or actually rather a sticker control panel up front here for where Kai sits. We'll look at the bike closely. You guys should know by now what this does. So let's just take a look at that first. You raise the hood up, press this button in from the back, and the bike shoots out like that. Looking at the bike more closely, it is a pretty simple design, nothing too crazy, no steering wheel, just a stickered control panel there, and a couple nice stickers with more of the fire decal on them. Has some pretty nice shaping. It's not ridiculously oversized like some bikes we've seen in Ninjago's past, but I think it does the job and looks pretty good in my opinion. It's a very simple bike, and there's not much more to it than that. Now, when the bike is detached from the X-1 itself, you see we have this large gap. You can cover that up with the hood, and it's almost unnoticeable. You would never know that there was supposed to be a bike in there unless you look at it directly from the top. It'd be like, oh, there's a large gap in the car. But to relog this in, you just slide it back, and it connects via that Technic pin that you guys saw on the bike. And then you just push that in like that, and then it's ready to go again. The wheels do spin very nicely. It works pretty good. There's no steering mechanism on this, nothing like that. But it's a pretty nice looking car. Other play features of this include there are some flick fire missiles that you can bring out on either side here. And there's also a spring-loaded shooter that has 360-degree range of motion when you move these up. You can spin this all around, angle it up and down a little bit if you want. Just a nice little play feature included in this set. It's pretty nice. It's a nice looking car. It has good play features. The flick fire missiles, you guys all know how they work by this point. They're one of the pretty old play features, in my opinion. I believe they've been around for a lot longer than we may realize. But just looking at the car one final time before we move on to the side builds, it's pretty nice. There's not much more to say about it. One of the side builds included in the X-1 Ninja Charger set is this little hover drone that the Nindroids use that ends up scratching the car that Pixel gets upset about in the series, if you guys remember that. It's pretty nice. It has this large saw blade that can just spin. It doesn't actually float or hover. It just sits on the ground. But you can imagine you'd hold it like this and then just spin the blade whichever way you want. And it's pretty nice. It's just a nice little thing. It has some black and purple detailing on it. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Another side build included is what I believe they call a recon droid. This thing is just made up of a couple pieces, almost like something out of Star Wars in my opinion. But it's pretty nice, pretty simple. Not a whole lot going on here with this. It can stand up on its own if you angle the blade pieces back like that. You can get it to stand up just like that. But overall, not bad. The minifigs included in this set on the Ninja side is slim pickings. You get Kai, and that's about it. But that's all this set really needs, because Kai was the only one ever seen in this car outside of Dareth in some scene in Possession that was like 2 years after this. But the figure does look pretty good here. He does come with his Technoblade as the collectible for this set. His Technoblade is very nice. I do wish they would have dual molded that part right there to have a little bit of gold showing through, but it's no big deal. There's some pretty cool customs out there for stuff like that. Turning him around to the back, he does have his fire emblem symbol on the back there. No leg printing, but there was none in the show. He does have his hairpiece and half mask for the first time in this year of Ninjago. It was first seen in the Kai Fighter set that released in the winter of this year. But I think this is a pretty good looking minifig. And taking his hair and mask off, we get a better look at his face print. It's the classic Kai face print, the one that we saw for about 6 years until the LEGO Ninjago movie changed the designs. Next up is this Ninjroid Warrior, who is technically exclusive to the set by virtue of they count the jetpack as part of the figure itself rather than a side build, and that's completely fine. The jetpack can be included as part of the minifig, but that does make him exclusive to the set because there is no other combination of this in other sets that would not make him exclusive to this one. The figure looks pretty good. Standard Ninjroid drone. I like the silver detailing. The black, silver, and purple work really nicely with a little bit of red accent there. I love the dual molded helmet piece. I think it looks absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite pieces they introduced for Ninjago. Turning around to the back, we can't really see too much, but there is that nice printed circular saw design to represent like the Overlord and the Ninjroid army itself for this season. Looks pretty good. These do spin a little bit. You can rotate them if you want to change the, I guess, aerodynamics of the wings of this jetpack thing. But overall, not bad. Bringing just the Ninjroid back in without any of his extra accessories. It's a pretty good looking figure. I like the silver arm. The silver printing on the face is really nice. And it does continue partially around the back. It doesn't get printed on the side there. That was technology they hadn't quite figured out at this point yet. But still looks pretty good. His back torso print looks really nice as well. Just more continuation of the purple and silver with a little bit of red hidden in there. I think it looks really good. And the other figure included in the set is another Ninjroid Warrior, who is also exclusive to the set because he is wearing a Ninjroid Drone's outfit rather than a Warrior's outfit. He just has the helmet, and he also has black legs, which for some reason makes him exclusive to the set. I don't make the rules, I just tell you guys about the figures. It's a pretty nice figure overall, more of that silver, black, purple detailing with a little bit of red hinted in. His weapon is built up pretty nicely. I think it looks pretty good in my opinion. Around the back, a slightly different torso design, but the torso is fairly similar to what we've seen before. And then if we just remove his helmet, just more of the same. We already saw this. The same exact face print, which I still think looks pretty nice. Now, bringing everything back into center frame here, I do believe this is the best version of the X-1 Ninja Charger that we've gotten. I do believe this will be better than the new X-1 Ninja Charger coming out in summer 2026 when I get my hands on that. I do believe it's going to be a better set. I think this one is pretty good. It was hard to top. This is one of my favorite rebooted sets for a reason. One of my favorite car designs in general, too. I think this is a really good one. I don't have too much more to say about this, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Ninjago 2026 news and rumors, as well as more old set reviews preparing for some 2026 comparisons. And if I didn't mention it, I will be doing a comparison between this, the 2021 version of this set, and the 2026 version, when they are all fully released to North America, when I can get my hands on them. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. This is JimBlade8304, signing off. Bye.